Hello, my name is Matt. Welcome to another episode of Unbearable 73. This episode, I'm going to talk about Bleach Season 17, Episode 11, Everything But the Rain. So, in this episode, we're basically at the beginning of the full reveal of Ichigo's mother's background, Kurosaki Masaki, and how his parents met. Here's some basic Bleach info for you, for those who might be watching this and going back to watch the previous seasons. Every time the title has the word rain in it at the end, it's about Ichigo's mom. So in this episode, the main plot sees Ichigo being returned to Earth, then learning from his father who his mother really was. Long story short, we learn Ichigo's mother, Kurosaki Masaki, was an ex-Quincy. That's ECHT for those who don't know. And now, I'm not sure if the anime is going to explain what that exactly means, but an ex-Quincy is a purebred Quincy, largely the result of the Quincy families making an active attempt to arrange marriages between their children. We see Masaki being sheltered by the Ishida family. The Ishida matriarch has intended for Masaki to marry Ryukin, who, if you recall, is Uryu's father. Now, there is not much of a side or secondary plot other than the fact that we get confirmation that Ichigo never actually had a Zanpakuto, and she never had an Asauchi. And the episode explains that guy who makes all the Zanpakutos, first he makes Asauchis, who are kind of like sentient spirits. They bond with the lower level, they train with the lower level Shinigami, and eventually when they bond, then they get a Zanpakuto and they evolve with him, blah, blah, blah. Right? So, now, the ongoing origin reveal of Ichigo's origin as being of Quincy descendant, back when it was first revealed in the manga, this now makes complete sense. There's been examples back when the manga did this, and we talked about it. For example, in the Aizen arc, Ichigo actually did the final Getsuga Tensho, right? Tenso, and that sealed away his powers as powers. And everyone was like, why did that happen, right? Well, the Quincy technique of Lit Still also does that to a Quincy. We saw Uryu do that. And there's a way to get it back, of course, but that made sense. It also made sense of why Ichigo Zanpakuto looked like Yawik, also explains why no one could go Ichigo's Bankai, since it wasn't actually a Bankai. It was actually Yawik sharing his Ichigo powers with Quincy. And now I want to point this out. Yawik, he's a very special to Quincy. He's one of the rarest types. He has a special power where he can share his powers with someone else, right? And then when he can't grow power on his own like a regular Quincy, but he starts out with a lot of it, and when he shares it with someone else, they can grow it as a Quincy. Then he can absorb it all back and get whatever they gained out of it, so to speak. It's kind of how in Naruto with the Shinju, the Ten Tails tree, how the Otsutsuki can't on their own generate chakra, but by using the Shinju tree to have all their enslaved snacks, so to speak, generate the chakra, they can absorb. They put their initial amount, when the Otsutsuki member merges with the Ten Tails to form the tree, it then absorbs all the chakra and uses their bodies to produce it, and then it makes a fruit, and they get more about at the end of it, so to speak, right? So that's basically what this episode had on it, and it's moving at pace. I really wish they'd spent more time going back, since we finished the first arc basically, which was the first Stern Ritter invasion, right? And I really wish they had drawn out some of the battles more, especially since we know how this is going to end. We know what's going to happen to OMG, so they should have made OMG's battle be like 2 or 3 episodes, and after they made more so than they did in the manga, after amazing crap go down. You don't want to draw stuff out with filler unnecessarily, but I felt that a couple of things could have been done more to to give you a little more entertainment value, because they're still heading towards the same sort of flaws that the final arc actually had in the manga, right? But this is still an enjoyable episode. I like stories about Ichigo and his relationship with his mother. He never really grieves out properly and all that. So I give this a 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching my video. Smash that like button if you liked it. Hit dislike if you didn't. Comment down below if you have questions for me or about this video. Please share the video if you found it worthwhile. I'm Matt. This has been another episode of Unbearable 73. Have a nice day, and I am out of here.